guys, it's been a minute. Let's talk comics. Ladies and gents, your pal Rob here. Alright, so today I want to go over some books that I think are underlooked or undervalued. Some are expensive, some not so much. So, without further ado, let's see what I got. Alright, our first book I think is really worth another look is Astonishing X-Men number 6. This is volume 3. Ladies and gents, this is the first mention of Sword and also the first appearance of Abigail Brand, along with being, I think, probably a classic cover. This book was at a high of $30 to $40 at one time. Now it's down to about 20 or under. There hasn't been any buzz in this book as of late, but still, this book I think is really worth it. If you want something that, once we see Abigail Brand, and we are going to see her in some movie or show, you're probably going to have this book right here. Next book I have here is Predator number 1. First printing, I believe this is 1989. Predator is a classic movie. I know that the first movie was good, the second movie was pretty good, and the rest weren't very good. We're going to see more Predator in the future, and right now, I know in 9.8 this book is insane, but in high grade, this book is down right now. You can get a first print, high grade, it's going to run you about 50 bucks. I have a feeling this book's going to go up even higher a little bit later on. If your comics need to be pressed, I recommend Basement Comics. I've used them for a long time. They've been around for years. They have a fast turnaround time. And if you do contact them, tell them Rob sent you. Alright, next book we have here. I know I talk a lot about Canto 1, but right now this second print is down to about 30 bucks right now. And I believe the first print is running about $100, sometimes a little bit less, raw. So, when we see Canto, these books are going to shoot back up again. So, if you see any Cantos for a reasonable price, I'm going to buy them. Alright, then we have Department of Truth, number 1, B cover. This is the Jenny Frison Lady in Red cover. The cover A, the candy cover, goes for about $40 plus. This one will run you about $20, $25 or so. Which one's a better cover? I guess the A cover won, but this was still a cool cover for half the price, you know, which is insane. See this one for a low price? I'd snag it because it's been optioned. Hey, if you ever consider selling a comic collection, you might want to consider Infinity Comics. They'll buy collections large or small, and sometimes individual books. And if you do contact them, tell me your pal Rob sent you. Here's a book that's near and dear to my heart. This is Star Wars Adventures. Excuse me, Clone War Adventures. This is the free comic book day version. See General Grievous on the cover there. This is the first appearance of General Grievous, a character we are going to see more in the future. Probably going to be the Kenobi series, so this one will run you, I think it runs about $25 or so, I believe. That's a good price, and I'll be buying them at that price. Spider-Man 2. I talk about this book every once in a while. This is the first appearance of the evil Miles from Earth 616, who I talk about in Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 10. His first appearance as Ultimatum. Anyway, this is his first appearance. Issue 3 is his first cover appearance, which is a good book to get too. This one will run you about $15, sometimes $10, sometimes $20, so goodbye, great spec, and I have lots of them. Then we have the Magnificent Miss Marvel issue number 11, the second print variant. It's the first appearance of Storm Ranger, as it says right here. This book I believe is also down. I think it's around $15 or so. You know, Kamala Khan is coming, and this is her suit, so I think it's a pretty good spec. Then we have Power Pack number 1. This is something I rarely hear people talk about on other YouTube channels. I mean, occasionally, but not very often. This book could be had for about $20 or less. See, a young Marvel team. This would be a great Disney Plus, you know, for a young kids type show. Of course, with this black cover, I got a ding here. It's gonna be hard to find a 9.8. So if you see this book for a low price, like I did, I got 10 copies. All right, this book is my book of the day. It's a personal book. This is Vader, Dark Visions, issue number 3. This is not really a spec book. This is just, in my personal opinion, probably one of the greatest Vader stories ever. This book is very controversial. It actually made some news about what happened in the story. I'm not going to say what it is. You have to read the book. This book could be had for cover price. I think this is probably an excellent read. So, if you see it for cover or less, get it for a read. I hope you like the comics. I'll be seeing you soon.
Here we are, where we thought